What if I told you the movie version of The Mist is actually darker than anything Stephen King originally wrote? And not just a little darker. We're talking about an ending so brutal, even King himself said he loved it. Today we're breaking down The Mist novel versus The Mist movie, directed by Frank Darabont. Same story, same characters, same terrifying mist, but two very different experiences. The basic setup is simple but incredibly effective. A violent storm hits a small town. The next day, a thick, unnatural mist rolls in, and anyone who goes into it doesn't come back. David Drayton and his son takes shelter in a supermarket with a group of strangers. And pretty quickly they realize something horrifying. The mist isn't just weather, it's hiding something. At first, both the book and the movie lean into creature horror. We're talking giant insects, tentacled monsters, and things you barely even get to see. But here's where The Mist becomes something more than just a monster story. Because the real danger becomes the people. Both versions explore how fear spreads faster than the mist itself, but the film turns this up to 11. Let's talk about Mrs. Carmody. She's one of the most important characters in both versions and easily the most disturbing.
You heard him. It is these people who brought this upon us.
Creation. You try it. Fucking try it! Come on.
We want the boy.
You
we
get
want
back.
the boy! No, you give us
You get back! Come on, get out!
David! Grab that boy!
In the novella, she's intense. In the movie, she's terrifying. She transforms from a weird religious voice into a full-on cult leader. And what makes her scary isn't just what she says, it's how quickly people start believing her. The film really leans into this idea that when people are scared enough, they'll accept anything that gives them a sense of control, even if it means turning on each other. This is where the biggest tonal differences shows up. The novella is all about uncertainty. You don't see everything, you don't understand everything, and that ambiguity creates a slow creeping dread. It's psychological horror. The movie, on the other hand, is immediate. It shows you the creatures, it shows you the violence, and it forces you to sit with every brutal moment. It's less about imagining the horror and more about enduring it. Another thing the film expands on is the group itself. You really feel the tension building, different personalities clash. Some people want to escape, some want to stay, and others stop believing sacrifice might be the only way out. The supermarket becomes a pressure cooker, and what's interesting is that the mist outside almost becomes secondary, because inside, society is already collapsing. Alright, we have to talk about the ending, because this is what separates the book and the movie completely. In the novella, the ending is open. David and a small group escapes. They drive into the mist hoping to find safety. There's no clear resolution, just a tiny hint of hope and a lot of uncertainty. It's classic Stephen King. The film does something else entirely. After everything they've been through, David runs out of options. So no food, no fuel, no hope. So he makes an impossible choice to spare his group from what he believes is inevitable. And then, moments later, rescue arrives. And it's devastating. Not because of the monsters, but because of timing. The film turns the story into tragedy about despair and how fear can push people into making irreversible decisions. What's fascinating is that this ending changes the entire meaning of the story. The novella asks, how do we survive the unknown? The film asks, what happens when we give up too soon? And that's why the movie sticks with people. It's not just scary, it's haunting. So, book or movie? If you love slow burn horror, mystery and open endings, the novella is incredible. But if you want something that hits harder, goes darker and leaves you thinking about it for days, the movie might actually be the stronger version. At the end of the day, both versions of The Mist tell the same story, but one leaves you wondering what's out there in the mist, and the other makes you afraid of what people will do when they lose hope. So what did you think? Book or movie? If I have to choose, the movie is incredible. And they capture everything so good. And the ending is freaking terrible.